everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. And if you don't know, my name is Caterina, or Cat for short. And in today's Pick a Card reading, our topic is Luck is on your side. And this can be regarding any situation that you have going on in your life. Once you choose your card, you can find the timestamps in the description box below, which will take you directly to your reading. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is also linked below. Please remember that's the only way to book any of my services with me, so if anyone ever reaches out to you in any capacity, just please know that that is not me. All right. Our topic is Luck is on your side. Can we have a card for group number 1, please? Can we have a card for group number 2, please? And I'm being told that this is for group number 3, so I'm going to place that right there. All right, group number 1, you have Impeccability, number 28, and you also have the Mahogany Obsidian. All right, group number 2, you have Adventure with number 4, and you also have the Zebra Jasper. Group number 3, you have Energy, number 17, and you have the Mookaite Jasper. Please take your time choosing your card or cards, and I'll see you in your readings. Hello, group number 1. You have the Mahogany Obsidian, and your card is Impeccability and number 28. I am getting so much information from this card. Okay, where do I start? First of all, I feel like any ideas that you have right now will be impeccable. I feel like there's this energy around you and what you want to accomplish. And I feel that you have the right mindset to make things happen. I'm feeling like you're very determined, you're very focused, because it feels like you're laser focused on something. And I'm feeling like it's almost like you can do no wrong, because the preparation that you've gone through so far, it's almost perfect. Like, I feel like you've touched almost every corner of whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. And now it's just like the universe is just waiting for you to take steps forward with something. And maybe you have already taken steps forward with something, so wherever you are in this journey, just note that the timing and circumstances and your hard work, all of these things are leading to a very, very positive outcome, and luck is definitely on your side. Now, I want to get into specifics of things that I'm seeing, like actually in the card, other than things that I'm feeling from the card. Well, I mean, this will be both, but so right down here, I'm not sure exactly what that is, but it's making me think of a globe, like a world globe. And so that is making me feel like this can be bigger than what you originally expected, whatever it is that you have going on here. Or you could take something globally, or maybe you're going to travel, maybe you're going to meet people of other cultures, different countries, things like that. And another thing that's really, really catching my attention is, so there's all these books back here. Okay, so I feel like you've done a lot of research, a lot of planning, a lot of learning regarding your situation. Now, if you look up here, it looks like there isn't much going on up here. So I feel like you've done basically everything that you can do down here, and it's time to move up and outward with whatever it is that you're working on. So if, let's say that you are wanting to launch something, let's say it's a business or a new aspect of your life, Spirit is showing me that, you pretty much done all the preparation you can do, and it's time to go onward, outward, and expand whatever this is that you've been working on. I also feel like you're very, very protected, okay, because it looks like we're in a library here and protected from the elements outside. So yeah, I feel like you're protected. Your idea is protected going forward. You're very protected, especially because it seems like you've definitely mastered something. And then I think this is the last thing that's really, really catching my attention here is this book. And I would read what it says, except it's in a different language. So what that is telling me is that you've mastered something very difficult. And it's like you've learned a different language. For some of you, you literally learned a new language and you're going to move to a different country or something like that, or deal with people in a different country on some level or another. But, for the rest of you, that's more metaphorical, where you have just put in so much time and energy into something, and it's definitely going to pay off for you. All right, so let's see what else we have. What else can you tell us? Ooh, I think these are your cards right here. Okay. So we have Wood Bird, Rest and Retreat, and it's number 22. Ooh, okay. So I feel what this is saying is it's kind of like the calm before the storm, but a good storm. Okay, because I feel that the energy is picking up speed, the energy, the essence of whatever it is that you've been working on. And so Spirit says to relax, take a deep breath. Self-care is very important for you here. And look at the bird, okay? So it's very important that you're grounded before you start on this journey, before you launch something. Because here it does feel like you haven't actually moved forward with something yet, or if you haven't had a breakthrough yet, but you're about to, okay? And did I mention this? It's also number 22. So obviously a very, very positive sign. So yeah, just relax a little bit. Know that timing is on your side. Luck is on your side. I really feel like you've done basically everything you can do here. And Spirit says it's important to remember that, are you going to be 101% ready when you go forward with something? Probably not. Could you be 99% ready? Probably. So there is a fine balance between over preparing and having things be up to your standards, right? And so you don't want to over prepare, but you also don't want to just go in, without preparing, I guess, just say it simply. And Spirit is showing me that you're ready, okay? Timing is on your side, luck is on your side, you've mastered everything you can. And then we have number 19, Water Horse, A Path to Independence. Ooh, very powerful. Look at the sun. Well, the sun is definitely standing out to me because number 19 corresponds to the sun in the tarot deck. So, ooh, and look at that. Very interesting. Okay, so stay grounded as you go forward. Follow your heart. And I really feel like you're going to land exactly where you're supposed to be. And there is a lot of independence that's coming forward with this. So let's say that you're starting something new. Some of you are starting a new business. Some of you are stepping out into the world for the first time with some great idea that you have. Whatever this is, it's bringing you to a place of, see, I'm feeling like serenity in peace, because you will have the independence that you've always deserved in your life, that you've always wanted in your life. And with that, it's like you don't have to rely on anybody else. You are taking care of yourself. And if anybody wants to come into your life and complement that, that would be okay. But it's like, I also feel like you don't have to worry about money anymore. There's something where you're very comfortable with how everything in your life is. And I feel also that it's with this independence, it's also leading you to this here where you can relax, where you are very grounded. Oh, that's the other thing too. I feel that you have done so much work over here that this part was the hardest part. Once you get things going, once you're kind of really rooted in this path forward, then you can relax a little bit. Now, that doesn't mean that the hard work is over, but it's different because I feel like you had to learn something over here. So you've already learned it, and will you have to learn other things? Yeah, probably. But it's a different kind of learning because you already have this base, this foundation, this very, very sturdy foundation. So you can go back to this library and reference things, but I really see you building upward. What else can you tell us? Oh, okay. Your cards are very ready to come out today. Discovering truth, you stand in the light of truth. Well, I feel that, this has something to do with a path to independence. I feel like you're breaking free from the norm. You're breaking free from maybe what was expected of you. And, maybe you had people in your life, maybe family or something like that, where it was expected that you would go down a particular path. And you were like, well, I don't want to do that. And so maybe some people look down on you, or, maybe you have this crazy idea and you're saying, nope, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be successful. You watch. And, with that, you're standing in your truth. You're doing what you feel you need to do for yourself. And it, is so connected to this path of independence. And I feel like see, these two cards together, this is the energy I was talking about, where you're going to feel like you don't have to rely on anybody. You're going to feel like you can do things on your own. And that doesn't mean that you won't have people to help you or anything like that. But it's like you don't have to rely on other people. So it's just very empowering is what I'm feeling for you. Especially because any naysayers, anybody who was like, well, that's not going to work out, or that's a crazy idea, or good luck with that, whatever it is, it's kind of like, well, look at me now. Okay, so I feel that's the energy that's coming in. But it's a very, very positive energy. I feel also here you're walking away from any negativity, anything that doesn't line up with this positive vibe, this positive energy that you have, which is really, really good for you because that's what it takes to get to this level here. Taking shelter, the answers are within. I feel like you've done this. Okay, I feel like you did this right before this here, and maybe these two were in unison, where you went and, took a deep dive into your soul, because it feels like you figured out what you want to be doing in your life, not what other people think you should be doing, or not what the standard is, like, oh, well, you should be doing this at this age or this at this age. And I feel like you're kind of breaking free from that, doing what you want to do. Okay, so yeah, it's just very empowering. I keep feeling that energy where it's like you set out on this journey. You knew you were going to accomplish something very, very big, very significant. And I feel that you're also wanting to create a certain type of life for yourself. And I'm getting the energy where it's like you're just not going to settle for less than that. You have the energy, you have the drive to make whatever you want happen. What else can you tell us? Oh, okay. See, your cards are ready. The Queen of Wands. This is your energy right now. You are a powerful force, and you're basically saying, get out of my way. Move. Like if anything is in your way, I feel like you're just like, well, either, get out of the way or I'm going to go around you. And it's interesting that you have the wand here. Obviously, it's the Queen of Wands, but you also have a wand here, and you stand in the light of truth and discovering your truth. So I feel that, see, and do you see that empowerment that I'm feeling here? Because I'm getting it here too, where, ooh, I also got something else. Okay, I'll get to that in a minute. Where you're saying, I am my own individual person, and I have finally figured out what will make me happy, what is making me happy, because I feel that as you're doing this over here, I feel like you love doing this, even though it's a lot of hard work. It's something that you, like, I feel like you thrive in this environment over here. And I feel like you have a lot of ideas. I feel there is a lot of expansion coming in your life once you get going with this, or once it picks up. And then it's like you can take it as far as you want to go. Remember, I'm seeing the globe here in this card. So if you want to take this thing global, you can. Now, the other thing that I was going to mention over here, your first oracle card up on this row is rest and retreat. And then you have taking shelter, your last card, the answers are within. So, you know, when I was talking about the taking shelter card, I didn't put two and two together, but I'm seeing that now. I feel like there was something that caused you to look inward, some sort of event or someone saying something to you, or maybe you were in a situation where you were unhappy and, you know, something, whatever it was, it caused you to retreat a little bit, to, you know, become a little introverted. Maybe you are introverted. If you're not, then I feel like you kind of closed in for a little while to figure things out. And in doing that, when things got quiet, when you could just sit with yourself, look at your circumstances and say, okay, where am I? Where have I been? And more importantly, where do I want to go? Who am I? You know, so I feel like there was this big self-discovery, figuring out who you are, who you want to be. And then from there, that's what launched this whole entire journey. And I feel like you have such an incredible journey ahead of you. I feel like there's going to be some interesting people that you meet, interesting situations that you encounter, and everything falling into place at the perfect time. The Seven of Cups. Well, I feel like you have a lot. See, this is what I was talking about. You have a lot of ideas. There's a lot of things that you want to expand upon, but you also know that everything has a time and a place. And so I feel like there's multiple levels, multiple steps to what it is that you're working on, or these ideas. And so, you know, it makes sense because here down on this first level, you have the library and everything is full. There's all these books here. And then up on top, it looks like it's either empty or we can't quite see everything because it's not illuminated yet. And so that's what I'm saying here with the Seven of Cups. You have a lot of ideas. There's a lot of creativity here. You have the Queen of Wands, the Seven of Cups, all of these books here. So if these are novels, there's a lot of creativity going on there as well. And I do feel like there's different chapters, different volumes, and I feel like you're going to be climbing very, very high with whatever this is. And I also feel like as you go forward, your ideas are going to evolve. Your expansion is going to go out even further to like a bigger reach. And what else is it with this card? What are you trying to tell me, Spirit? Oh, okay. Yeah, Spirit just says that as you go forward, you know, keep these two cards in mind, the Woodbird, Rest and Retreat, and Taking Shelter. The answers are within. So it's important that you stay grounded. It's important that you reach within yourself and you really focus on your intuition and the signs from the universe as you expand, okay? Because there's going to be critical signs and information that you're going to get as far as what decisions to make. And kind of like, well, where do I go from here? Do I go left? Do I go right? Do I go up, down? You know, whatever it is. The Nine of Wands. Yeah, so with the Nine of Wands, I feel like there's been a couple things that have been difficult for you. So doing all of this obviously was difficult. I pointed that out in the beginning where, you know, this is a different language. So to me, metaphorically, unless you literally learned a different language. I mean, it doesn't even have to be speech. It could be like programming, like computer programming or engineering or something like that, right? So a different language as far as it feels like a different language, whatever this is that you're learning, because it's very, very difficult. But this is what I was saying. I feel like you are very, very determined. You're up for the challenge. And if you have not launched this yet, if you haven't gone beyond this phase, I feel like your time is very, very near to start something, to get going with something. Because look at all this preparation you've done here. This is number 9. So there isn't much preparation left. You know, next you have number 10, and that's kind of like, you know, that point where it's like, okay, everything's lined up. And then the next card is like that leap of faith card, and luck is absolutely on your side. And I feel this is also significant with what I said just a minute ago. When you come upon a point where you're at a crossroads or a roadblock or something like that, Spirit says all you have to do to figure this out is just rest and retreat, go within, and those answers are going to just pop up magically for you. The Queen of Cups. Yeah, this is basically what I just said. Okay, part of it. About the rest and retreat, wait for those answers to pop up for you, because this Queen is looking at the cup. So look at things from all angles. Don't rush into decisions, and those answers will come to you. Another thing I'm seeing here is success. Okay, great success, great fulfillment, and feeling very, very accomplished with whatever it is that you set out to accomplish. And also, can you see it, how there's like rays coming off of this cup? It's making me think of the Star card. So, and I'm not quite sure why, but it is. And I'm feeling like your dreams are coming true. But it's because of this hard work and your determination. And you're also getting noticed. Yeah. And there's so much creativity going on here. I just feel like your ideas are endless. Like whatever situation, it's like your ideas to expand are endless. And so I'm also seeing like if this has anything to do with where other people need to notice what you're doing, I'm feeling like it's endless. Like they're going to constantly be interested in what you're putting out there and what you're offering. The Hanged Woman. Okay, a couple of things here. You're ready. I feel that you have come to this place of enlightenment within yourself. Some of you may have been doing something before. Let's just use the example of, job, career, just because it's something that most people can identify and say, oh, metaphorically, I see how that applies to my situation. It's just a very, very simple example. So let's say that you were in a job or career that you were, it was okay. You weren't that happy, but it was what it was, and kind of went about your life. Well, I feel like something happened. Maybe your wonderful boss left and was replaced by someone who is just absolutely terrible. Okay. And that got you thinking, well, I don't want to be here anymore. Okay. And so I feel that you're at this pivotal point in your life where you are discovering your truth. You are becoming enlightened. So you either are right now or you've already done that. And then you started doing all this hard work over here. Okay. And Spirit is saying that you're ready. Because what Spirit keeps showing me is there might be like 1 or 2 things that you need to kind of wrap up or package a little bit better or change something a little bit. But for the most part, Spirit is saying, look, you're ready. Okay. So Spirit is saying, just be careful that you don't stay in this preparation phase too long, because, we could all stay there forever just because we get comfortable doing that. And then that last little push before we have to really take that leap of faith and launch things, it could be very, very scary. But Spirit says, just take a deep breath and you're going to do amazing, like better than you think. Even if you think you're going to do amazing, Spirit says you can aim even higher because that potential is there for you. And then we have the Magician. What was I just saying? So with the Magician, you're ready. You've literally done all the preparation. You have gotten things to a point where it's incredibly impressive. Okay. Very impressed. Okay, I'm trying to say 3 things at once. It's very impressive, and your spirit guides are very impressed with the progress that you have made. And also, this is a great time. Like everything's lining up for you. You're ready. The universe is ready for you to move forward with this, whatever you have. Okay. Luck is on your side. Timing is on your side. Everything is lining up for you. And again, with the infinity symbol here, there's infinite potential. The Nine of Cups. Oh my gosh, this is like a wish come true. Look at how fulfilled you are. Like your heart chakra is just beaming with energy. It's so full, and other people are going to feel this. And I feel like you're, okay, because I'm seeing over here people who didn't believe in you. So I feel like you're repelling any negative energy also, because it has no room in your life, especially with as you're moving forward here. However, what you are doing is attracting positive into your life. You're attracting positive people, places, situations, opportunities, conversations. You're leveling up big time, huge. And so is everything else around you. Yeah, look, now you have the Ten of Cups. And you know what's so interesting to me is you have the rest and retreat here, where I feel this is kind of when you came up with that idea. And then you come down the row here to the Queen of Wands. And this is like you're in your power. You're a force here. You're making things happen. And because of that, you reach your goal here with the Nine of Cups. And with the Ten of Cups, I'm seeing even further expansion. That's what I've been talking about, this great expansion that you have going on. So outward expansion with your idea, but there's also expansion of well-being, of, you know, mental health and physical health, because you're not stressed out about whatever brought you to this contemplation. You know, I feel that you've left one situation for your highest good, and you're reaching your highest potential, and your heart chakra is just overflowing. And with that, you're attracting people who are like that as well, right? And maybe not every single minute of every single day, everyone is just beaming with happiness, but it's a different level of energy of people, places, and things that you're bringing into your life, which then, so, you know, it's like this circle of energy where everything is interconnected. And you could be around really creative people, because I'm feeling like you're feeding off of each other in a positive way, definitely not a negative way. It's like you're around the same energy that you have become. Therefore, it's heightening your own creativity or your own success. It could be something also where you're in a community where you can bounce ideas off of other people. So if it's like, if you're in a creative field, and this is just an example, then I feel like you're around other creatives. And it's just like you get each other, right? And that energy just kind of feeds off of each other and everything, like the environment and everything like that. Okay, so you have the Ten of Wands. And you see what's so interesting here is you have the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Wands. And then here you have the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Cups. So what this is showing me is that you're almost there. And I was getting that with your first card over here. It's number 28. So put together, obviously that's number 10, right? And that's what I'm saying, where, you know, what I'm seeing and what the universe is showing me, your spirit guides are showing me that you're basically ready. Okay. And once you launch this, the weight that you've been holding, because even though you love what you're doing, you love your idea, you love the preparation, it has been hard. It has been difficult. I mean, I feel like you have put, you know, 10,000% energy into this, where some people would put, you know, 10% energy, and you've put 10,000%. The struggle, the grind, it's going to be worth it. And Spirit is saying you are so close. Do not give up now, because you're very, very close. Things are going to start happening for you. And then we have the Hierophant. Yeah, okay. So what this is showing me is that you have done everything perfectly, and you have somehow managed to accomplish what other people thought was impossible. what maybe you at one point thought was impossible. Other people may look at what you have accomplished, and perhaps you've done this in a short amount of time, but other people might look at that and say, how did you do that? Because they didn't see your vision, but you had this vision and you said, I'm going to make this happen. And you did not give up. And it's interesting also with this pyramid, there's a little doorway right here. And this is really pointing me back to rest and retreat and taking shelter. The answers are within. And so I just feel like you are falling right into your destiny. You're falling into like your life purpose or something that you're supposed to accomplish in this lifetime with this card. Very interesting. All right, what else do we have? Yeah, so here's the Princess of Wands. And this is you with that idea, saying, I am going to make this happen. And you do make it happen. And I feel for some of you, there may have been a little bit of trying this and then trying that, or this doesn't work. I think I said something about this earlier, where you may have changed things a little bit. You may have, discovered what works versus what doesn't work. But ultimately, you settled on this one idea and you've perfected it. And from here, now you can expand out. So I'm picking up that for some of you, and I'm not going to be able to give this a lot of detail because I'm not seeing that much detail here. But for some of you, when you were, figuring things out and trying to see what would work and what wouldn't work, things like that, there may be certain things that you set aside that you kind of put on the shelf and said, well, I don't think that's going to work right now, but maybe it'll work later. I'm seeing those things that you pushed off to the side will work later on, and to keep those kind of on the shelf here, and you don't have to throw those things away because they will be able to come into play later on. So I don't know any more details other than that, and if that doesn't apply to your case, then it's okay. You can just disregard that. This is a general reading, but I did want to point that out. All right, let's get your last card. The Seven of Wands. You're ready. You may not feel ready, but you are. You've prepared as much as you absolutely can. And yeah, there are some things that you're going to learn along the way, but that's the only way to do it, right? You're never, like I said earlier, you're never going to be 100% prepared. So Spirit is saying you stand out above the crowd. So if you're doing something that is similar to what other people do, then there's something about your energy, your aura, your light, the way you say things, the way you do things, that's really going to grab people's attention. You stand out above the competition, above the crowd. And you also are capable of, like, you're fully capable of handling and figuring out any problems that may arise, any unexpected things that may happen. You have the skills, you have the intuition, you have the intellect to work through those things. So Spirit says you're ready and luck is on your side. So what are you waiting for? And that is what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, group number 2. You have the zebra Jasper, and your card is Adventure, and it's number 4. All right, so Spirit is saying to pack your bags and get ready because luck is on your side. So if you already have a plan in place, Spirit says this is an excellent plan and it's going to expand as you go forward. So you're ready. Take a leap of faith and go forward. And if you haven't come up with that plan yet, Spirit is saying this is the time to come up with a plan. And if you're thinking like, well, yeah, but I just have kind of a little bit of the idea, but I don't know exactly how to expand on that. Spirit is saying that when you sit down and you start writing a plan or you start brainstorming, Spirit is showing me that the energy and the ideas just kind of flow. And then all of a sudden you have this whole complete plan. And so no matter where you are, Spirit says it's ready. It's time to get started and luck is on your side. Spirit also says follow your intuition and follow the signs as you go forward. And also, there's more than one option. There's more than one path with this particular idea that you have. So Spirit is saying to either be flexible as you go forward, because it could be kind of a winding path with like really good twists and turns where things actually turn out better than what you thought, because this luck is coming in at very interesting points in your path, okay? Spirit is also saying that you don't have to be very stuck on one idea, on one path, on one plan, because if you can be a little more flexible, then I see that things are just much easier and they flow much easier for you. All right, so let's see what else we have for you. What else can you tell us for group number 2, please? Okay, is that 2? Yes. Okay, what was I just saying? So, this is Metal Monkey, Let Go of Control, and number 57. Remember I was just saying you don't have to be very, very strict with your path forward. So be flexible, okay? Let go of control. Because I don't know if you can quite, I don't think you're going to be able to make this out, but there's like these little swirly lines in here, right here and right here. And so I feel like that is the universe, like the universe sees certain things that you don't see, especially because you have all of it, especially because you probably can't see it on your side, because I don't know if it's coming out that clearly. Okay, so I can see it. Spirit is showing me, but I'm not sure if you can see it, and that's exactly what's happening here. The monkey can't see these things. And so if you're so focused on, but it has to be this way and this way only, then you could miss out on other opportunities that you're not seeing. So Spirit is just saying, you know, be flexible with how you go forward, and also be flexible with, why am I hearing be flexible with when you start? So some of you may be ready to start, and then you have like a little bit of a pause or a redirection. And some of you may be saying, oh, no, that's not good, and starting to panic, but that could be happening because other things are kind of falling into place. And some of you maybe had your mind set on, okay, I'm going to go from A to B. But then you try to actually get to B, and then B is different than what you thought. You're like, well, I'm just going to try to force it and make it happen. Spirit is saying, think about going from A to C. Or, you know, this is just metaphorically speaking. So it doesn't have to be exactly identical to the original plan. Yeah, see, and then you have number 60, water, pig, and being in the flow. And this is exactly why it doesn't have to be exactly to the plan, because you want to be able to go with the flow, okay? And there's an infinity symbol right here above the pig. So you definitely want to dive in. Okay, luck is on your side. Dive in, get ready, get started, but also let go of a little bit of control. Let your intuition guide you. So yeah, have a plan, but when you get to a certain crossroads with your plan, or, you know, at a point where you need to make a decision about something, it doesn't necessarily have to be what was written on paper. Okay, you can listen to your intuition, and you can let your intuition guide you. And Spirit is saying by doing that, luck is really, really on your side for really big, important things to happen. Luck is still on your side if you don't do that. But I'm being shown that you could really, really find yourself in some very lucky situations by letting your intuition guide you. What else can you tell us for group number 2, please? Okay, these. Ooh, transformation, a fresh new way of living emerges. And you see, I'm seeing that you're ready. You're ready. Some of you are changing your life completely. And I did kind of feel that over here And I think I mentioned that, like, pack your bags and go. It's time to go on this journey. But some of you are literally packing up and going somewhere, packing up and moving somewhere completely new, going on this adventure, this journey. And I'm just seeing so many positive things happening. And then, because I feel some of you don't necessarily have a plan and you're kind of winging it. And then others of you should be more in the flow. So you can have a plan, but have it be more flexible. And no matter what your situation, it's like a rise from the ashes. So some of you may have gone through a very, very difficult time, and now it's your time. I feel like if you have been going through a difficult time, your luck is changing. I'm seeing like the Wheel of Fortune where the tide is turning. It's a new chapter. And I feel like you're going to feel much more comfortable with where you're going and where you end up. Fellow travelers, support is all around you. Look at how they're talking this card, fellow travelers, and here it looks like you're literally traveling somewhere. Isn't that amazing? Oh, and look, so this person has a staff, and so does this person. Something similar happened in group number 1. That's very interesting. Very interesting. But yeah, okay. So you have the rainbow here. So I definitely feel like you're searching for something. You're going on some sort of journey into like your purpose, your destiny, because I'm feeling like you felt restless before with something that was going on before this transformation happened. I feel like that restlessness led to this transformation, and now you're going on this journey. And there's so many amazing things. We're talking about luck is on your side, and look here, you have the rainbow. So yeah, amazing, beautiful things are going to happen. And also you have the peacock here. So amazing things. Definitely, your path is going to be filled with, because see, here's a pathway also on here. So your path is going to be filled with many, many beautiful surprises along the way. What else can you tell us for group number 2, please? Okay, this card is important for some reason, so let's start there. No wonder you have the Ace of Wands, and we're just talking about wands, or in these 2 cards, like the walking stick, but it's definitely a wand in my eyes in this reading and in the eyes of your spirit guides. Okay, so what this is showing me, and look at the pathway here with the water. You're definitely wanting to, or you are launching something new in your life. It's an adventure, it's a journey, but I feel it's also like a journey of the soul that you're going on. And it's really going to transform your life. It seems like some of you are wanting more of a simple life, are doing something that's kind of really simple, but it's exactly what you're supposed to be doing. It's you almost kind of, some of you are releasing control to the universe, saying, you know what, I want to do this. Like, okay, when I say it's simple, let's say that you want, this is just an example, where it's like you have this simple idea where you're like, you know what, I want to quit my job and I want to go travel the world. I'm not advocating that you quit your job unless you are completely ready and you have savings or something like that, right? But let's say that's your idea. And see, do you see what I'm saying how it's a simple idea? And then you do it. You take this leap of faith, you let go of control, and then all of a sudden you're finding the purpose of life. You're finding meaning in life. And so it boils down to this simple idea of following a path that is calling you, that's calling your heart. Now, once you get into it, maybe it's not as simple as it seemed on the surface. Maybe you're going to have to figure out, how do I make money? How do I pay for food? Where do I stay? Things like that. But you have to remember, along the way, you have support all around you, and you have these beautiful, amazing surprises that happen all along the way. So I'm seeing like you're meeting really amazing people, and you're in amazing situations, And, the traveling, that was just a metaphor for some of you. I mean, some of you, it could be literal, but, metaphorically speaking, that's what I'm seeing. And then you have the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, you see how you have all this new. The Ace of Wands is new, a new beginning. The Page of Pentacles is this new beginning. And it's a foundation. Like you're starting not even a new chapter in your life. It's like a whole new life, I feel. So I would not be surprised if some of you are moving somewhere, or if some of you have closed a huge, huge chapter in your life. Really, really big chapter in your life has just closed, or you're closing it. And I feel that with that chapter closing, that's where you're discovering what you want to spend your time doing, who you want to be around, and what you want to do every day. It's like you're finding the answers to your happiness, I feel. And luck is absolutely on your side with these ideas that you're getting, and these like intuitive downloads, the signs that you're getting from the universe. Those are not by accident. Not at all. The Two of Swords, yeah, this makes a lot of sense, because I feel like there's been a lot of contemplation. I feel some of you have felt stuck, either right now or before this transformation, because I'm feeling like there's a sense of breaking away from the norm, breaking away from what you usually do or what other people usually do, because I feel like the everyday life for you it's not satisfying. So maybe, with the Pentacle here, maybe you've always worked a 9-to-5 job, and maybe you're feeling restless and anxious because that just doesn't work for your personality. Or maybe you're feeling that way because it's time for you to do your own thing. It's time for you to start your own business instead of working for other people. Of course, that's just an example. However, I see you doing a lot of contemplation, and Spirit says take your time. Definitely stay grounded as you go forward, and those answers are going to come to you. And also, if you're already on the path and you're going, Spirit says it's okay to take pauses on your journey and sit down and say, okay, well, what's next? I've gotten this far. What's next? And if you look at this pentacle, see how there's like a light illuminated around the pentacle? So definitely your path is going to be illuminated. The way forward is going to be illuminated. But this idea that you have or will have once you go through this transformation, it is filled with limitless potential. Do you see all the flowers here that the page is standing in? Okay. There's so much growth and potential with where you're going. And it's because you're breaking out of the norm, whatever your norm is. We have the Devil card. You see it? I literally just said you're breaking out of something, and then we get the Devil card. So you could be breaking out of the matrix of the everyday mundaneness of a 9-to-5, or where you're living. Let's say you live in a really small town and you want to go out into a big city and you want to explore, and you want to do things your way instead of the way things or the way people have always done things in your little town. Okay, these are just examples. It could be literal for some of you, but think bigger, more metaphorically for most of you. Now, the other thing with the Devil card, okay, it could be the way that you've always thought about things. Maybe you thought, oh, well, I have to do things this way, or well, it's good for other people to go out and explore life, but I can't do that. And I see that thought process is changing here. I see if you have any fears about starting something new with this Adventure card, I see that when you take one step and you take 2 steps, at first you're terrified, I feel. And then, you get 50 steps in, 100 steps in, and you're like, well, this isn't so bad. And then I feel like as you go further down this road and you gain more a sense of independence, and your footing seems to be very safe and secure, then I feel it's very exhilarating for you. And then I feel that you're kind of becoming the water pig here, where you're just jumping in, you're diving in, and you're saying, ooh, I love this. And I feel that there's something about letting go of control, okay, especially because this devil card came up, that is so exhilarating for you. So whether you're letting go of control and you're trying something completely different, or you've gone on this path and you have this new idea and you've gone forward a little ways with this path, and then you've come to kind of a crossroads with the Two of Swords here, and you're saying, okay, wait a minute. I wanted it to be exactly this one way. And then the universe is saying, well, maybe you should let go of a little bit of control, because if you have flexibility, then there's even more luck on your side. Okay, so no matter what your situation, I feel that definitely there's a sense of letting go of control, moving beyond that. And that is when you really start to see this luck shining through for you. And then we have the Hermit card. Yeah, this makes a lot of sense, because I feel that, again, something brought you to this transformation here. So something sparked this where you went inward and you said, you know what, I deserve more, or I need more in my life. And there came a point where you couldn't deny it anymore. It was just like undeniable, because I'm feeling like the way it's coming through to me is like a ringing in the ears, where it gets louder and louder and louder. But that ringing is more of like, hey, let's shake things up in your life. You're not happy, so perhaps you should do something different. Okay. And the other thing I'm getting with the Hermit card is that, well, okay, there's a couple things. You're just going to have to take a leap of faith. It's kind of like just ripping off the Band-Aid and just doing it. Okay. Because if you listen to your fear, I feel like you're never going to not have fear with starting this thing. Okay. And that's normal, but you can't let that hold you back, is what Spirit is saying. And Spirit is also saying that you're not alone. So here's the Hermit, and right here there's birds. Okay. Not only birds, but the moon. And then here you have support is all around you. So you're not alone. You're going to be guided as you go forward. And really, truly, luck is on your side. The Sun card. I love this for you. Okay. This adventure, if you go forward on this adventure with this plan that you have, this is what you have to look forward to. No matter what it is that you're trying to create or accomplish, you're going to accomplish it. You are going to create it. And part of the reason why is because there's something about this journey, this adventure, this path, where you got to this point through a level of soul searching with the Hermit card. It's like you're trying to find the answers of what will make you happy. Okay. And you are going to find that. You are on that path forward. But for some reason, it's really important that you understand that going with the flow is going to lead you into exactly the right place at the right time. And that's exactly what it is with being in the flow and letting go of control, is that if you're so in control and you feel like you cannot deviate from point A to point B, Spirit is saying that you could miss certain little things that will be falling into place along the way. So don't be so strict. Go on an adventure. Don't have a strict itinerary about how you have to do things. So be a little bit spontaneous from time to time. That, for some reason, that is like a reoccurring theme that keeps coming up with almost every single card that comes up. So just keep that in mind. Okay, what else do we have? The Page of Wands. Look at this. You have the Page of Wands right below the Ace of Wands. You have so much energy and so much potential with an idea that you have. You don't need to know all the details. Okay, so some of you may be planners where you have to have, point A to point Z completely planned out before you can launch something, before you can move forward with something. And Spirit is saying it's okay to be more flexible. It's okay, because I'm hearing that the most important thing for you is to just get started. Just start with something new and everything's going to fall into line for you. But there is so much energy. I feel this is something that you're so passionate about. And I feel also that once you really get into the energy of, oh, wow, this actually is happening. Kind of like, because I'm seeing somebody starting to ride a bike for the first time. And it's like when you first take the training wheels off, it's terrifying. You're like, oh no, I'm going to fall. But then, when you get halfway down the block and you're realizing, oh, wow, I actually am doing this without the training wheels. It's like, ooh, now I want to not only ride this bike around the block, but I want to go like a mile away from here. And it's just so fun and so freeing. And it's almost like it becomes like this, positive thing that you just want to do every single day. And so I feel like that's what's happening for you. It's really, really scary at first, but then you get, 5 feet in and you're like, oh, this is amazing. I can't imagine that I felt stuck before. And then, yeah, see, so you have the 5 of Pentacles. There is so much potential with an idea that you have, with something that's in your heart. And I feel like you have this 5 of Pentacles energy where it's raining on you because you're not living up to your potential. Okay. So it's, especially with the adventure card, it feels like if you want to go on an adventure, but you're stuck somewhere, like with this 5 of Pentacles, I feel like you would be very sad. Like if you couldn't pursue this in your life, you would feel like you wasted time or something like that. And the answer to pursue this particular thing is there. It is possible. Spirit is showing me that it is possible for you to pursue this, whatever this is. So if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling trapped, especially because you have the Devil card here, there's something that's, I feel like it's suffocating you and it's making you feel very sad. But Spirit is saying, if you can't find the way forward from that, Spirit says to keep searching, keep digging for answers, because you're going to find a way around things. You're going to find a way where you can put this idea into action. Definitely. I mean, if you look at these 4 cards right here, okay, the Ace of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Wands. So you have this amazing idea, this incredible potential, but it feels like it's being bottled up inside you, because then the next card connected to these other 3 is the 5 of Pentacles. So some of you may be in a job that's really, really weighing you down, and Spirit is saying, sit with yourself, feel grounded, and then really start to think about what would make you happy, and then go on this adventure. Like, just do it. And if you are working on this, but you're not sure if it's going to work out, Spirit says just keep going, because you do have support all around you. The Chariot. What have I just been telling you? Okay, the Chariot is victory. The Chariot is when things work out. All of this hard work that you're putting into something is paying off here. And if you look at this particular Chariot, okay, she's standing there with her arms outstretched like, oh my gosh, I'm free. And do you see what's happening here? So here you feel stuck with the 5 of Pentacles. And this is what I was saying, because you're not living to your potential. But then here, but the answer is here with the 5 of Pentacles. There's a way to pursue this thing that you want to pursue. For some of you, it's just, mustering up your courage and doing it. Others of you need to figure out things with finances. Whatever it is, there's a door right here. Okay, with your dream right here. So Spirit is saying there are answers there. You may just need to do a lot of work to figure it out. But with the Chariot card, it is possible. And there's a great sense of freedom that's coming from this. And it truly is transformation. You have your transformation card up here. And look at the transformation between these 2 cards. So Spirit says it is possible. Luck is on your side to pursue something, to pursue your dreams, and not just pursue, but make them happen. And you know, over here with number 4, this corresponds to the Emperor card in the tarot deck. And the Emperor did not build the empire overnight, okay? And the Chariot did not get here overnight either. So this is going to be a lot of hard work, but Spirit is saying that you have what it takes to make it happen. Yeah, see, the 10 of Wands. This is a lot of hard work. But look at how this person is just carrying all of these wands with one hand. Kind of like, I got this. Was it difficult? Yes. Was it worth it? Yes. Can you do it? Yes. Okay. And I really feel that it's connected to a fear or something that you feel is holding you back. But if you look at it from a different perspective, there is a way to break free from these chains. And I do feel that luck is on your side in figuring that out and in accomplishing something really, really amazing. Okay, now you have the King of Wands. So you started here with the Ace of Wands, and then you have the Page of Wands, and now you have the King of Wands. So this is huge transformation. You have so many transformation cards. This is also telling me that you have worked through any problems that were once holding you back. And you've accomplished something very, very great here. So what you set out to accomplish over here with the Adventure card, you've accomplished it here. And you're very, very successful. And so you have, let me see, your first card here where this person is holding the wand, right? The walking stick. And then you have the same thing with the fellow travelers. Then obviously you have the Ace of Wands. Page of Wands has another one. And the King of Wands here. So it's like you're taking an idea and you're moving forward and you're making it happen. And then luck is coming in, the universe is coming in to assist you. So with these 10 of Wands, okay, that this person is carrying moving forward, the King of Wands, like you've made it to the other side. You've made it through the 10 of Wands, which is very, very difficult. And now you're sitting here and you're very comfortable and you're looking out at what you have created and what you have accomplished. And then I feel at this point, you're ready for the next thing. It's like, okay, now I'm ready for phase 2 of whatever this is. All right, your last card is the Knight of Swords. Yeah, Spirit says just go for it. Take a leap of faith and go for it. Things are going to become clearer as you start to go forward. New ideas are going to come into your mind. And I feel that you're also cutting through barriers here with the Knight of Swords. And I am getting that energy where at first you're a little hesitant, but then once you get started, there's no stopping you. It's like you get, remember I was saying about the bike when you take the training wheels off and you get halfway through the block and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm doing it. And then what happens? You want to go a mile away. And that's what I'm seeing here. It's like you're off to the races. You're making things happen. And just these new pathways are opening up for you. But yeah, definitely luck is on your side for this new adventure that you want to go on, or this new idea that you want to develop, whatever it is in your personal case, because it is a general reading. So just keep that in mind as you go forward. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, group number 3. You have the Mookaite Jasper, and your card is Energy and number 17. So the first thing that really caught my attention is that number 17 corresponds to the Star card in the tarot deck. So that is amazing. And you have all of these little stars here and these circles. So what that is telling me is that your dream, your wish will be fulfilled, okay? Luck is absolutely on your side for things to happen, to like the stars are aligning, the dots are connecting, everything's coming into alignment. So if you've been waiting for something for a while, I feel like the clouds are clearing, the fog is clearing, allowing this alignment to happen, but also allowing you to see that I'm trying to say dream and wish at the same time, that your dream and your wish is actually coming true, okay? And if you haven't gotten to this point yet, let's say that you just have an idea and you haven't started working on something yet, Spirit says go after your dreams. Don't let fear hold you back. Don't let other people hold you back. Don't let anything hold you back, because the time is just perfect for opportunities to appear right before you, for people, places, things, and situations to open up for you. There's alignment happening all around you right now. So definitely luck is on your side. What else can you tell us for group number 3, please? Okay. What else, please? All right. Ooh, fire sheep, clear your blockage in number 44. Very interesting, because I see that here's like an idea, right? And you're looking out over this mountaintop. So some of you may have a fear of taking a leap of faith, and that's your blockage. Others of you need to get to a higher plane so that you can look down and see what your blockage is. But I'm also feeling there's something very important about the number 44. So some of you may have been getting signs. You may be seeing the number 4, the number 44, 444. And Spirit says pay attention to when you're seeing that, what is going on when that is happening, because that could have something to do with your blockage. Now, remember I talked about over here with your very first card how the clouds are parting, which is then allowing this energy and this alignment to come into your life. I feel that that has something to do with some sort of blockage that you have. And I feel that once you clear this blockage, it's like things are moving very, very quickly at that point. And some of you, the blockage could be that you don't know how to go forward. It's like, well, I have this idea, but I don't know what to do. And Spirit is saying in that case, what would clear that blockage? Knowledge, right? So that you can say, oh, okay, now I know how to get this started, how to do this. So definitely, if you don't know what the blockage is, or you don't know how to clear the blockage, Spirit says the first thing to do is to get grounded, especially with the sheep, okay? So get grounded so that you can open up your intuition, so that you can allow Spirit to continue to talk to you and to continue to guide you. Then we have Wood Tiger, Powerful Beginnings and Progress with number 51. Look at that. So you definitely have a new beginning, and not just a new beginning. It is a powerful new beginning and a lot of progress happening. But it happens after you clear a blockage. So for some of you, this is a limiting belief that you have. Some of you need to take a leap of faith and you're scared to do that. Others of you may have people who are blocking you, because I feel didn't I say in the beginning, don't let your fear hold you back and don't let other people hold you back? I feel like I said that. And if I didn't, then I should have, because it's in my mind right now. So yeah, identify the blockage and do what you can to remove that, because you have an amazing idea. You have amazing energy around this idea, and you have a lot of power. Look at this tiger, how powerful that tiger is. And look at this tree. There's so much growth and potential with this idea that you have. And I feel like you just need to get to a place where you can set those roots. Those roots can take shape and can take hold. And then it's like there's no stopping you. The growth potential with this idea, this new path that you're going on, is absolutely amazing. What else can you tell us? Okay. Oh, okay. So it's these two. So I didn't know what Spirit wanted to do, but okay. So let's see. Reaching your destination, your light is shining brightly. Ah, look at the butterfly. There's huge transformation. And look, this is your dream right here. So if you have any doubts that it's going to work out for you, you need to put those doubts somewhere else. I was going to say put them on the shelf, but then I was like, no, because then you can go reach for them anytime you feel scared. Okay, so what you want to do with those doubts is send them into the ground, right? So release them from your feet. Make sure you're sitting somewhere or standing outside, on the earth, okay, in the grass, beneath a tree or something like that. And just give your fears to the ground. So let that negative energy go. So I feel that there's a huge, huge energy shift waiting for you, okay? Let your fears go and really believe that you can make this happen, okay? Look at this pathway here. It's not a straight path. There may be things that you need to figure out along the way, but I feel like these little bubbles here it's spirit helping to guide you and also giving you visions, giving you clarity. So like psychic downloads. And this, I feel that where you are right now, it might feel a little bit heavy. So that could be fear, where you're hoping that this idea works out for you, but you're not sure. So there's a little bit of doubt. Others of you may be feeling weighed down by a person or a job or just some other kind of energy that's around you. And I really see that once you get going on this new path, your energy shifts so much and you become so much lighter. Okay? But it's very, very powerful where you're going. Watching clouds, lie back, rest, and relax. Okay, this is kind of what I was just saying about feeling grounded, but it's also what I was saying about how much lighter you feel once you get going on this path. Because I feel where you are right now, there's some sort of tension where you can't quite relax, therefore you can't quite even just like melt into this energy of this new beginning that's going to be starting for you. And so if there's no way to completely leave that situation as you're waiting to or starting to pursue this other thing, this new beginning, Spirit says do your best to stay grounded. Because you can actually do both. You can stay where you are. So this isn't for everybody, but if you're in a situation, let's say, just for an example, if you have a job, but you're trying to launch your own business or a side hustle or something like that, and maybe you hate your current job, it is possible to stay grounded within that job and then still when you get home, work on your side hustle, okay? Is it going to be difficult? Yes. Is it possible? Yes. Okay. Because there's something here about clearing your blockage. So just keep that in mind that it is possible. And, it's difficult to start anything, but I'm telling you, the stars are aligning for you. Look at this powerful beginnings and progress. So if you haven't seen any progress yet, I feel that you will. I feel that you are clearing any blockages. So if you have been working really, really hard towards something and you haven't seen any progress yet, I feel that you will. I feel like this is showing the progress that you're going to be making. And, up here, you can see this fire burning here. And I'm seeing that fire get bigger and bigger and bigger because any blocks that have been on your path, those are being removed for you. Okay. So maybe you have no blockages in your life other than seeing some sort of progress, okay? That blockage is being cleared and you're going to see progress. No matter what your situation, because this is a general reading and I am getting different scenarios. So no matter what your situation is, I do feel that blockages are clearing for you. What else can you tell us for group number 3, please? All right, what else, please? Okay, so let's start with these 3 here. Yeah, see? You have the 9 of Wands. There's one thing that's preventing you from moving forward right now. And it's interesting that this is right below clear your blockage. But do you see how easy it is? All this person has to do is just step over this little blockage right here. And not just that, but this wand is actually in between the two wands here that are creating the blockage. So I feel like you're halfway there already. And I feel like this blockage will be cleared very, very soon. The Nine of Wands is indicating that a cycle is coming to an end, and this powerful beginning right here is about to start. All right. And then we have the Hierophant with this staircase going up. And it's interesting that it's right below powerful beginnings and progress, because I feel with this Hierophant, you're at the beginning of a journey. And I feel that there is deep meaning with this journey that you're going on. Okay, so for some of you, you're fulfilling your soul purpose. For others of you, you're doing something that you've been working so hard for, and you've been putting in all the effort, and you've been doing everything correctly. You've been, dotting your I's and crossing your T's and doing things so perfectly. And you're like, well, when is it going to happen? Why hasn't it happened yet? Okay. But what's happening is that momentum is building. And I feel with the Hierophant and clear your blockage, I feel there is something going on here with timing with your issue. And things are going to happen at the right time. There is some sort of divine order to the way that things are going for you at this particular situation. And I feel also with luck is on your side, I feel that any blockages that you have had have something to do with this divine order and things falling into place at the perfect time. So you could have, a placeholder so that you don't accept something that is less than what you deserve. And then all of a sudden, when this placeholder is lifted, that clears your blockage and that opens the way for this powerful new beginning. But with these stairs here, okay, and the star here, see that star shining so bright? And this card over here, your very first card corresponding to the star card in the tarot deck, there's no doubt in my mind that you will achieve this dream that you have. See, the Ace of Cups. I feel that this is something that is in your heart. And I do feel like there's something connected to your destiny here. This is something that you're supposed to be doing in this lifetime, whatever this is that you have going on in this reading. And I feel, okay, so your light is shining brightly. Do you see this here with the Ace of Cups? Your heart chakra is in perfect balance, perfect alignment. It's shining brightly. You have the star here, and you have all of these amazing stars and the sun here on your very first card. I'm hearing that it's just a matter of time before your ship comes in. Do you see this card, Watching Clouds, and there's actually a ship coming in? And look at how close it is too. Right here. So it's going to continue to get closer and closer for you. The High Priestess, yeah. And see, this is what I've been talking about, where there is something that is hidden, okay, that you can't see that's going on behind the scenes. So that, if that has to do with the blockage, that's going to be cleared for you. The other thing I'm seeing with the High Priestess is that you need to definitely get grounded and tune into your intuition, because I feel like your intuition is trying to help you clear a blockage, but I also feel that the anxiety that the blockage is causing is or can cause you to block your intuition and block those downloads from the universe. So like I said earlier, if you are currently in a situation where you cannot remove yourself from this blockage, or you are having a hard time dealing with your fears and anxieties, Spirit is saying that it is possible to do that. You just need to do your best to meditate, even if it's only for 2 minutes, if it's only for 5 minutes, if you can, do it for 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever it is, the longer the better, of course, but any little bit will help you. And then you will get those answers. And I'm telling you, there is movement that's going to be happening for you. And it's going to be, for some of you, it's going to be very, very swift. Because there's a shift that's happening. And once that shift happens, I feel like things start moving quickly for you. Then we have the 7 of Cups. So some of you may need to figure something out. Some of you may not know what the blockage is. Okay. But exactly how you're going to figure that out is by relaxing a little bit and letting the energies kind of come to you instead of trying to force things, okay? Definitely there's something here about relaxing a little bit, letting your intuition shine through. And also, you could even try to approach things in a different way. Maybe try doing things a little bit differently before, or seeing things from a different perspective. That could also help you with these blockages as well. And then we have the 4 of Swords. Okay, so Spirit is saying with the 4 of Swords to relax, okay? If you feel like maybe this isn't going to happen for you, Spirit says, no, it absolutely is going to happen for you. Luck is on your side. And you know what's interesting about this 4 of Swords is that this person is like knitting a heart here, but there's a lot of protection. So if you're in a place of waiting for something to happen, your dream is just on hold, okay? You don't need to let go of your dream. So Spirit says keep focusing on your dream, especially if you can't do anything about this blockage right now, okay? Keep working on your dream, keep focusing on that, stay as grounded as you can, and also try not to worry about how it's going to work, how you're going to have this new beginning, because I'm seeing that things are just going to magically happen for you somehow. Now, let me see what the next card is, because I'm curious. The Page of Wands. I feel like you're going to have some sort of divine inspiration. So this is why I want to see what the next card was, because I felt like I didn't have all of the information. There's something happening here where everything starts to come together. Okay, now look at your very first card. Do you see how those are similar with the circles happening? So it's like for some of you, something comes full circle. Something has a natural ending, which clears your blockage. Certain things are healed, and then you can move on from a certain situation. But yeah, I'm definitely, see, this is showing me confirmation that you do move forward, that it's possible to move forward, that you get the answers that you were seeking, that you had divine inspiration on whatever it was that was holding you back, or you were waiting for information and here you're getting that information. So definitely there's movement away from problems and into this new beginning. The 5 of Swords. So you're conquering something here, because over here there's a lot of worry and there's stress. And then over here this person has climbed up this mountain and there's a sense of victory because their hands are out like, oh, I made it. And it's also like divine inspiration coming through here with these lights. It's like, oh, I finally found the answers. I was finally able to climb up this mountain. And it's definitely a process. It's very difficult. I feel like you put in, so much effort and so much energy into this, and it was very, very difficult. But that energy is gaining momentum. And I feel once you get started, there's no stopping you. So what is it with this crow and this person? There seems to be something that is nagging at you. Something, it's that blockage. So, okay, let's see. What can you tell us about this blockage? You feel stuck. You feel tied down by something, and you feel like you can't pursue what's in your heart, what you want to pursue. But you have this powerful new beginning, but this is your blockage right here. Okay, there's some piece of information that is trying to come through and I am not seeing it yet. Let me see what this next card is. What is it about this blockage? Okay, so we have the Three of Swords here. So this is definitely something that is causing a lot of pain in your life. And you just feel tied down, you feel stuck. But those answers are coming through. You're getting the answers that you need to move forward. What I'm feeling with this Three of Swords here, there's a situation going on here that it's dead. It's no longer giving life to you. You see how this tree it looks dead, and the roots, everything, it feels like, it almost feels like holding on to something that is holding you back. And this is the blockage. But see, you're not really stuck, because the Eight of Swords, you think you're stuck, but you're not really stuck. And so I feel, along with the Seven of Cups over here and the High Priestess, the answers are there. You just need to uncover the answers. You need to figure out what is hidden from you. There's some sort of knowledge that is hidden from you, and you definitely need to learn something. It's kind of like you need to learn that you can just walk over this little fence here. But I feel that luck is on your side with figuring things out and moving forward and moving past these problems, because it seems like there's like some sort of repetition that's going on in your life where you're hearing the same thing over and over and over again, or you're doing the same thing over and over and over again. And Spirit is saying that you're breaking this cycle, that luck is on your side to break this cycle, and luck is on your side for these powerful new beginnings and to make progress toward your destiny. Then we have the Three of Pentacles. I see that help is coming in for you somehow. There's some sort of assistance. Things are coming together. People are noticing something that you're doing. Money could be coming in for some of you. So there's assistance coming in where things are lining up. Do you see how these pentacles are perfectly aligned here? And you have help. You're not doing things all on your own anymore. And you're on sturdy ground here. Because I feel like, you're breaking free from the Three of Swords, where this is not sturdy ground. There's a lot of old roots here, so it looks very dangerous to walk over that. But here you have the floor, this beautiful wood floor. Everything is coming together. Everything is healing. Because it looks like, I don't know if it really is or not, but it almost looks like there's like a bandage on this person's hand here. And so I feel like there's a great sense of healing coming in, where you can definitely focus on what it is that you want to focus on. So with this Three of Pentacles, it's like you're back to doing what you wanted to do. Something happened right here, okay, that blocked your progress to pursuing your destiny, what's in your heart. So this could be, anything that you want to pursue. It could be a new career, a new job. It could be, moving somewhere, getting away from certain people, this idea that you have a side hustle, whatever it is, you're coming back with the Three of Pentacles, because you see here you have this idea, and it's almost like you start to move forward, but then you have all of these problems. So for some of you, these problems could be a person holding you back, saying, no, that's not a good idea. I don't want you to do that. It could be your mind holding you back. But there's something very painful with the Three of Swords that you need to let go of something. You need to create an ending to something. And so for some of you, it is this painful to take a risk, where it is just absolutely terrifying, and it creates this sense of fight or flight for you when you think about taking that leap of faith. Others of you, there could be, let's say, a relationship that's holding you back. It could be a friendship, it could be family, it could be a romantic relationship that's holding you back. But yeah, this is your blockage right here. But what is being replaced when you break free from this? Solutions and movement forward, and everything is like cohesive, everything's working together, everything kind of gels together. So let's see what your last card is. And why am I being told to take the card on the bottom too? I'm not sure, but let's set it right there. All right. So we have the Seven of Wands. Okay, so you are very, very protected going forward. And there is definitely something going on here about healing your energy from this situation here. I'm feeling some of you are going through a breakup or a divorce or something really, really negative happened at a job where you might have gotten fired or something like that, where you feel like something was done to you, okay? But what I'm seeing is that you're clearing this blockage and there's new energies that are coming into your life. You're able to focus on this idea, this project that you have. And then look here, so you have watching clouds, lie back, rest, and relax. You have the Four of Swords and you have the Seven of Wands. So there's definitely an energy clearing that happens here. You're mending your heart, because here your heart is being torn apart. But here, do you see how this person is sewing the heart? So you're fixing things, your heart is healing. And you're coming into a time in your life where you're focusing on you and what you want to be doing, your creative center. And I feel at that point, you're really, really coming into your energy over here. And you're realizing what it is that you're supposed to be doing, what it is that you want to be doing. I feel you're overcoming something very, very difficult here. You're finding the answers. And you're moving forward toward your destiny and toward your dreams. Now, let's see what this card was here. The Ten of Wands, yeah. So you're definitely moving out of a very, very difficult time in your life. And you're clearing that blockage. I definitely feel like you're clearing that blockage because look at your cards here. So this cycle here, this very, very difficult cycle is coming to an end for you. And I feel that, shortly you're going to be able to relax here and you're going to see all that hard work that you've been putting into something is starting to pay off the way that this boat is coming in, okay? And your energy and your light is shining very, very brightly. And you are going to reach your destination. Your energy is shifting. I can't stress this enough. Look at these three cards here where your energy is stuck, and look at the energy card here. Do you see how you're being free from something? The way that this person's hands are extended out like that. There's freedom from something. So you definitely have an ending and a new beginning here. So just keep that in mind as you go forward through this difficult time into your destiny, okay? Luck is on your side to get through this and to reach your destination. And that is what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching.